This woman was going to get back to the ground from a 3,000-meter high signal tower. As she was slowly descending with a rope, the ladder suddenly broke and she was suspended in midair. Fortunately, her friend immediately grabbed the rope and stabilized the woman in time. She pulled her up. The two were about to call for help but found that their cell phones had no signal. The friend thought of editing the distress message in advance and then put the phone in her shoes and threw it down. In this way, the phone could send a distress message when it reached the ground. There happened to be a man on the ground. The woman shouted loudly in the hope of attracting the man's attention. But just as the shoes hit the ground, the man left. The phone in the shoes was also smashed to pieces. Their plan failed. The two had been trapped for more than 10 hours. They were exhausted and their lips were chapped. The friend decided to pick up the backpack that had fallen. But just as the friend was descending, the rope suddenly shook. Fortunately, the friend immediately held the pole to stabilize her body. Soon the friend came near the backpack, but she found that she was still some distance away from the backpack. So she untied the rope and jumped in the direction of the backpack. She looked down in fear and dared not move. The friend rested after finishing. She was ready to return. However, when she stood up and found that she couldn't get the rope, she decided to use the selfie stick to hook the backpack and hang it on the rope. After she completed all the actions, she suddenly jumped desperately to grab the backpack in the air. Seeing this, the woman hurriedly pulled her friend up. However, an accident happened. The friend slipped and lost balance in an instant and fell down. Just when the woman thought her friend had fallen down, her friend actually grabbed the rope. The woman immediately pulled her friend up. They were trapped for several hours and both of them had no food. The woman looked at her friend desperately and found that her friend's face was covered with blood. It turned out that her friend had fallen and died when the rope was shaking. It was because the woman didn't want to face the reality that she had hallucinations. After waking up, the woman realized that she had to face the predicament alone. She used the rope to come to her friend's body. She decided to stuff the mobile phone with the distress message into her friend's body. Finally, she pushed her friend's body down. This would ensure that the mobile phone would not break when it hit the ground, and the message could be successfully sent. After an unknown number of hours, the father who received the message and the police finally arrived at the scene. The woman was finally successfully rescued.